School range, I'm about to host. If I may, I'm thinking that you chose the best thing. If you like them nerd shows and all of these movies. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat.
What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat, episode 88?
88.
88.
88.
That's something. We're in the matching digits again. That only has happened 8 times. This is the 8th time.
Yes, if math is correct.
Yeah. Every milestone counts, I suppose.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. 88. That's it's pretty high up though.
That's something.
It is.
That's something. We don't really have much going on news-wise this week.
Not that I can see. I tried to put some stuff down, but that's fine because it's not really the format anymore.
Some of that stuff I feel like we talked about already anyway. Some of that New Mutants news and all that.
Right. And there was something that we had talked about, I think it was 2 days ago. I brought up to you that the Turtles thing, which you didn't even know of. And I didn't write that.
Yeah, I didn't know of it.
I mean, we can just talk about that, I suppose.
But I'm still excited to see what it is.
It should be
a mutual friend posted today that they got a gig over at Nickelodeon, and immediately I was like, I want to know all the Turtles things.
Yeah, because that's what it is, isn't it?
I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that's where it is. Also, I've got booze in my drink from Five Guys.
Five Guys, aren't you cool?
It tastes very boozy.
You put booze into the Five Guys drink.
Yeah, I went and got some of that Long Island mix stuff we used to use all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So
I like that.
Currently, yeah, I did too.
Because it's got everything you kind of need, and you can mix it with whatever you want.
Yeah, I mixed it with the vanilla root beer, so we'll see how that goes.
That sounds sounds good. You should mix. I remember mixing it with the actual iced tea, and it was amazing.
I have that as well. I already feel like I committed. I've got a decent amount left of this, and I definitely poured way more booze in it than I planned. But what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah,
it's a drinking jar. So,
well, we've got 2 bits of it.
See my screen.
I can't see a screen,
but I am building the first location for the fight scene with the Ninja Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is going to take place in this arena that I've constructed.
What program is that?
This is SketchUp.
Okay.
This is old SketchUp. So the new one they want to charge you, and it's like $700 for a license for it, per license or whatever.
That's nuts.
I don't know if I'm going to spend $700 to make some circles.
How much is this one?
This one is free.
I'll take the free one
because it's old. There's definitely the free ones is good. They definitely limit you though. Like the paid version can do a lot more stuff, but this is more than enough for me.
If that one does the outlines, that's essentially all you need because that's guidance anyway.
Right.
And you're going to be drawing. It's not like you're going to be using that as the background in itself. That's supposed to just assist you.
No, it definitely helps visualize some of the stuff that I have laid out.
And you can shift it so that you know the angle.
Right. I don't know I still haven't really decided what the rest of this environment looks like. But this seemed like just enough. I basically just wanted some sort of stage for now, and that's enough for me to kind of throw it in spots and see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, essentially the background could be just a blank wall with a dragon tattoo, a design on them.
Exactly.
That's that's the wall. It's like an empty arena. Nobody's there.
Right. I did a similar thing when I did that arena commission, but there was a boxing ring in the middle of it.
Right.
I don't remember, that was a while ago.
Right.
But there was like a lava moat around the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do that again, but
Yeah,
it's cool for the
it's
time. I
something.
think I want this one just to be in like the middle of the desert, like a Cell Games kind of looking thing.
I think more tournament settings should be like that.
Yeah.
No audience. It's like
More Mortal
broadcast.
Kombat-y.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's
man.
why like
It's
I
fun.
enjoyed the
It's
whole
totally
Dragon
fun.
Ball things where it's like, oh, there's a camera crew filming
Right.
and no one's actually there, and that way, no one will get hurt. And I'm like, that's smart.
It's true.
Even have like a
It's
robot
true.
camera crew. Like everything is like electronic in that sense, where no one's actually there, so that the fighters can just kind of go all
Awesome.
out.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Do you want to sketch up this week? We haven't really talked about it. We knew we were going to do Wonder Woman stuff last time.
Right. Usually I like to keep it in theme with what we're going to talk about, but since we don't really have a lot to talk about, we just talk whatever, really.
Right.
What has happened? What
I
have
don't
I
really
done?
feel like drawing Rosario Dawson.
No. I mean, I know the character of Cecilia Reyes. She was in that. She's that doctor chick that can create like that.
Care.
Yeah, I was just like honestly, right now at this point, the news that I'm more than I'm hearing of the New Mutants, I'm kind of like, but you've done that. You're like, because they'll go, oh, it's going to be a horror movie. It's going to be no costumes, and I'm like, so you've done that. You've never done the costumes.
Right.
So
Deadpool's the only one that's like properly done the costume.
Exactly. So by saying no costumes, you're basically, you should have said that because it's exactly what we were expecting anyways.
But at the same time, the old X-Men movies weren't necessarily no costumes. They just were the wrong costumes.
Right. But at this point, that could take, for me anyways, that's no costumes. That's like, if it's not even an inkling bit.
Might as well be no costumes.
Exactly. Here it's no costumes and it's horror. And I'm like, all right, whatever, I guess.
I mean, is horror what you even look for in an X-Men thing?
Not at all. Not at all.
Like, Legion had elements that are scary, I suppose.
All right, actually, that's a good one. That is actually good. You bringing up Legion,
and they didn't have costumes at all. So maybe they're just going like, let's make Legion, except for now it's a team of teenagers instead of one dude.
Okay, if that's the case, if this is what you say is the case, like if all they said was we're going in the vibe of the show Legion, I'd be like, oh, all right, cool. At least it gives us an indication of how they're gonna do it, if that makes sense.
Like, in my head, that's not necessarily what I'm after with an X-Men thing.
Absolutely.
But maybe that's going to be the difference, because they still are working on the X-Men thing. They still got that Supernova Phoenix Saga thing,
right,
in the works. So,
which
maybe it's something closer to that.
That's just a whatever at this point as well, man. I don't know.
Man,
I'll take it when it's here, but otherwise, I'm just make it nice, make it good.
So, what do you feel like sketching?
I don't know yet. I was just gonna just sketch whatever pops to mind.
Yeah, I'm just nothing necessarily is popping in mind at the moment.
I'm looking around the room. I'm like, just, I don't know. Like, I've been kind of out of it somewhat. Not really fully out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's just in that slight limbo. Slight.
Well, you're still hyped for the Dragon Ball Jam, right?
Yes, very much. I could just draw some more Dragon Ball, but I don't want to like.
Maybe we should draw ourselves. Maybe we should draw ourselves as Dragon Ball characters or something that we can post for hype for it.
Yes, but we're drawing it in that style.
No, just draw it however you want.
I suppose just what with the kinds of clothes that they would wear.
Yeah,
I did that thing. The Dragon Ball had like a in Japan. They had like this website where you can basically design. They got like a template. I'm not sure if you saw my profile on Facebook. It's like a Dragon
I
Ball
remember
version
seeing a
of that
bunch
stuff.
of them. I don't know if I saw yours or not. I remember seeing
Yes.
Jenny's.
Yeah, mine's actually my ID, but it was like I was like, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's pretty fun.
It was accurate enough.
It did the job. It did the job. It's got the mustache. It's got the hair. I got a jacket that color. So so
The essentials.
it's got the essentials. It's got the essentials. But I don't know. I don't know what I feel like drawing. I don't know. Like it's weird. I feel like I don't know. I don't even. I was gonna draw a transformer randomly,
Mhm.
just because, and I don't even like drawing robots.
Yeah,
So
you do.
I don't. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
I think you do like drawing robots. I think it's still a pain, but I think you like doing them.
I just wish it was less of a pain.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that I feel that way about.
There's plenty. I think there's too many.
Man.
Oh, actually,
I wish drawing like anime stuff in general wasn't as much of a pain. I would do it way more often.
I'm gonna draw the lion mane Akuma because I said I was going to, and I have yet to.
Well, you know,
Sometimes you gotta draw shit.
I guess. I wish I didn't overwhelmingly hate it.
I think the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking it's so weird because that beard
Mm-hmm.
is a neck beard.
Yep.
Like it's not even from his chin. It's all that's I'm like, no, I don't.
It's around his head like a flower.
Yeah, it's just so silly, and I need to draw some silly.
I hate it. I hate it.
Remember a couple of days ago, I was saying I was going to take on a team, and I was going to watch.
Oh yeah.
I didn't because I remembered you told me that there was those new 24 episodes on the WWE network.
I think you made the right call. Man.
I did. They were freaking excellent, dude.
Weren't they great?
They were excellent. I would if they did like if that was a weekly thing.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's almost like every other month.
Yeah,
maybe?
it feels like it's a monthly or every other month type thing. But I really like that.
They're good. They make me like it more. For whatever reason, they make me appreciate it all more.
Like all the work that goes into it,
Right.
and I don't know. I know. It's like, oh yeah, we get to see them when they're not acting.
Right.
Right.
That character or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Because it is all an act. That's
Dude, the more I see of that stuff though, like the more it makes me want to try and do it.
Wrestling?
Yeah, like not
Okay.
necessarily at that level. Like I don't need to be a WWE superstar or whatever.
I'm
But
good, man.
to
I
just
know,
go,
I know
like,
my
do
body
some
would get
local-
hurt so
To
bad.
just do some local show and like have a character and like maybe once a month I get thrown around or get kicked in the chest or whatever. That sounds like a blast to me. Like I know that, I'd
At this-
probably I don't even know how good I'd be at it necessarily, but
At
I
this
feel like
point,
it's
I
a thing
feel
that
like
I'd
I
love
would.
to try.
Oh yeah. It's like if anything, it would have been smarter for me to have started younger.
Oh, for sure. Look, dude, I was telling Kanoi, I was like, if I had even conceived that the idea was possible as a kid in Alaska, as a teenager in Alaska, that is something you could do as a job or even do there locally.
Mm-hmm.
Me and like my buddy Adam,
Yep.
we would have been all about that. All we did was beat each other up in my
Exactly.
backyard, like
Exactly. If that was like
we just didn't have like a ring to do it in.
obviously watching more of these documentaries and whatnot, how it's like, oh, they knew it since they were a kid, and I'm like, see, if I had known since I was a kid that that's what I wanted, I probably would have at least even slightly pursue that.
I didn't know what I wanted to be in any particular direction when I was a kid. Like I knew I loved drawing.
Mm.
I knew I loved to play and I loved video games. But you know, those are all things I love, not necessarily like I want to grow up and do this as a job. Like I just didn't even think about it like that.
I didn't even know what jobs were, man.
Right.
In my head as a kid, I'm like, a job is when you have to go to a place to do something, and then you come home at this time of day, and it's supposed to assist you in living. Yeah.
Briefcase. And
you have to wear a suit.
Exactly.
I had no concept of what a job is, and I'm like, if I saw me now, when I was a kid, I'm like, wait, so you get to just wander around in your PJs and draw.
Wander.
That's what happens. I wander around in my
PJs. You just wander around aimlessly, just walking.
Sure.
That's great. Living the dream, man.
It's a something. It's a something. Like I sometimes some days you feel aimless. Kind of.
You're not digging ditches for a living. It could be.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I look at it and I'm like, oh, it could definitely be way more different than it actually is.
Though dudes that dig ditches probably get paid yaper, so
yeah,
ebbs and flows.
It's true, but then I look at it, I'm like, the people that do that deserve to get what they're getting because in terms of their earnings, because they're doing something that I promise you I'd rather not do. So like all the hard work that they're putting into what they have to do, they absolutely deserve what they have to get.
If somebody was like right now, like just the circumstances are what they are, there's no way around it. You have to stop drawing and you have to get a normal 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
But you can pick what it is right now. You can just say whatever it is you want to do, and that's your job now. What would you pick?
Wow, that's too hard. Would I be good at the job?
Sure. You're not this. Let's put it this way: even if you're not great at it, they're not going to fire you. It's your job now. So
But you say normal 9-to-5 job, or just say an actual job that's different from my current. Because then, if you say a job that's not the current job, I'll be like, I'll be a writer for like a story.
I would say.
Well, something that
has to be not in the arts. It has to be something like a thankless job.
What's a thankless job? See, the fact that I have to think about this.
Retail.
Yeah, something in retail, but like I'd say comic shop.
We'd work at a comic shop.
Sure.
Yeah.
At least I'm around stuff that I like.
For sure. That definitely helps.
I'm not gonna say because I got mates who.
Would you rather work in a comic shop than a shop that is like anime focused?
Either
I would imagine that you consume more anime than you consume comic books at this point.
That's true. That's true. That is very true. I don't know. It's personally at this point, it's either or.
Right.
Either or. But I don't know. It's one or the other. How about you? Or would it be the similar case? Because I've never really worked retails before, so I don't even know. And I only hear like nightmare stories.
I've worked a couple retail jobs before, and some of them are cool, some of them are not. It really just depends on who you're working with and whatnot. Like working at Toys R Us was kind of fun. Working at Hot Topic was less fun.
Was Toys R Us fun because it was the atmosphere that was there?
The atmosphere, the people, the general like vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I loved working at a record shop because I love music.
Oh man, so there you go, record.
But like working Kinko's was kind of hit or miss. Like some days it was cool, some days it sucked.
You got a lot of drawing done then, I remember.
Yeah, that was definitely a perk because there was slow times, and I could make my own sketchbooks for free.
That's nice.
Lots of spiral bound sketchbooks.
Yeah, I
For
remember you got heaps of those. But like, if I don't
oh
know, it's
yeah,
so weird because I remember those days where you would be drawing. It felt like you drew heaps more then because it was all for you, really.
sort of, but I finished less.
Right, right. It was
If
lots of
you
sketching.
go
Yeah,
back and look at
absolutely.
that stuff, I sketched lots of shit, but I
Mhm.
had way less like
Mhm.
finished colored pieces or even finished line art.
Yeah, that's right. It was kind of it's either heaps of sketches and or now, which is like
Right.
mainly not as much. It doesn't feel like as much drawing, even though I'd say it is probably just the same amount
It's just
almost.
as much, but it's like
All finished
on
and it's not for
specific
you.
shit and all the way to completion.
Right.
Part of it is also because because I color my own shit now too, and that never was a part of it before. So all I did was draw. So
Mm-hmm.
anytime I was spending making art, I was just doing lines or sketching.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely decreases it, is because coloring takes me a while, and so if I want to do a piece that looks good to me, it takes me forever. Well, not forever to some people. I'm sure to some people they're like, "You are hella fast. What are you talking about?" But I compare myself to my peers, and all my peers are fucking Super Saiyan 3, and I'm Krillin.
Hey man, Krillin's like the best guy there though. I'd rather be Krillin than Mr. Satan.
Well,
Fucking Hercule.
there's a few Mr. Satans in the game as well.
I'm
Uh,
sure. I'm sure they
I'm sure
exist.
there's lots of guys who talk big and don't do much.
I'd rather get
Uh,
shit done than talk.
yeah, well, maybe we are in the wrong podcasting business.
Well, there's nothing to talk
Uh,
about this week other than just whatever we feel like, which is pretty decent so far. Dude, I did actually
uh,
watch I watched the pilot again.
for Voltron,
Yeah. And it's good. I don't know, there's just
uh,
something about it though, man.
that it doesn't rub you right, or what?
It's just not capturing my interests as much as I feel that it probably could. I mean, like it's got all the elements that I enjoy.
Right.
So I'm thinking, why is it not hitting the mark? I
Something
don't.
missing, I guess.
I guess something. I don't know. I can't. I couldn't explain it really. I was just because I like the
I haven't
animation. The animation is very
I
good.
haven't gone back far, and I haven't gotten to where any like action is happening.
I think that's like I saw the like obviously the pilot is them getting their bots. You know?
Right, and they have the like kind of one scene where they're doing a thing with the bots,
Mm-mm.
but for me, like bot stuff on itself is not gonna sell me because I don't
Right,
care that much.
right, and it's got to have purpose. And then, I
Right.
mean, I'm gonna tie it back to I know it's giant bots, so whatever. Like Pacific Rim,
Hmm.
it wasn't just about the giant bots. They're in the giant bots for a purpose. If it was just like, oh, hop in this giant bot just because, I'm like, okay, as cool as that is, like, what's in terms of the story, what's the point? Like, what's it
Hmm.
for?
Was there no? Is there no plot to Voltron? Aren't they
I don't
also
know. I
fighting
don't
to
know
save
yet.
the world
Like,
or some
I
shit?
think so, but I don't feel. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
You don't feel the
I'm
stakes?
gonna have to watch further. Watch. I
Yeah.
mean, because the thing is, and I don't know. It's because it's there. I kind of feel like
Yeah.
there is no excuse for me not to just give it that shot.
Yeah, it definitely makes it harder to argue why not.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you don't have to like purchase it or anything. I'm like, no, because if I did, I'd probably feel more inclined that I need to. Maybe. It's not like I'm forced to buy it though.
Right.
I mean, there's other shows that I gave a shot on Netflix as well, like that Troll Hunters one, and
That one didn't work out for you.
it feels too childish.
Yeah. But,
I'm not the.
I mean, but that seems bizarre. Isn't like shit like a Raleigh childish? Isn't like
It is, but
what's
it's
that
the
cool girl
humor.
here that you like
Yotsuba.
or something? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's a big difference. I feel that there's the big difference is it's not see with Arale and Yotsuba, those stories aren't actually childish stories. It's about
Right.
children characters.
Gotcha.
The show Troll Hunters, it's aimed for a children audience, it seems.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
that's a completely different thing. Like there are aspects that I could enjoy from Troll Hunters, but I was like, with the premise that it feels like they are definitely holding back because they know who the audience is.
Okay. So like the subject matter itself is just immature or whatever.
For the subject matter, it would be all right. You've seen Pan's Labyrinth, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, if based on the subject matter of the trolls and the whole world of trolls, and to me, it would be that violent if that was a subject matter that was touching, but it's not at all.
That's the version that you would like to see. Is
That's the
something
version
a bit
that makes more sense in my head
Okay.
because, like, it's the design work, it's all great, but I'm like, it's just like it's tame. It's too tame,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really it. It's too tame for the subject matter that it is. And now the reason why you said, oh, but you like Dr. Slump and Yotsuba, I'm like, yeah, because those themes are they work well exactly with the themes that they're doing. Like Dr. Slump and Arala, it's a gag manga, so it's comedy. So it's allowed to be silly and fun because that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be violent, and it is violent at times, but it's a violent humor. Yotsuba is a slice of life. It's about the story of an adopted girl from, I guess, Brazil. We don't even know yet at all. Like, that's not important. But she lives in Japan now, and it's about her adventures with her just wandering around with her neighbors, playing with her neighbors and stuff like that. This one,
there are a lot of green-haired Brazilians.
Right. It doesn't matter. Like, the green hair is supposed to represent the foreign aspect of it.
Right.
Whereas Troll Hunters, it's about a guy who basically, I guess he becomes like a guardian of some kind to these troll guys. But in saying that, I don't feel that it's utilizing what it's supposed to be to its full extent, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, I could see why they did it the way it is, because again, it's the audience. They're going for the audience, but I'm just not that audience.
It's fair.
Yeah, which is a shame because I'm. Yeah, and I'm like, it's cool, it's there, but it's not doing.
It's weird too because Pan's Labyrinth as well has that Guillermo connection, but
that's why I brought up Pan's Labyrinth.
Right.
Because that's
it's strange that that it didn't hold out the Guillermo aspect, I guess.
Well, I think that's the thing. It's even though Pan's Labyrinth and this also is a Guillermo is a property by him. It's with Pan's Labyrinth, he can go. He doesn't feel as restricted, if that makes sense.
Right.
Whereas this one, it feels like, if he took the same concept, the same premise, but it was for, like, say he was going to do another Hellboy movie, the premise would be perfect for it.
You think so?
But it's not. It's I don't know. It wasn't doing it, and I was like, that's a shame.
Do you think you're still gonna like this new Hellboy if it doesn't have his flavor on it?
Sure. I think there's a chance because, I mean, I used to read a lot of the graphic novels, right? The books, and the movies didn't really capture those feel either.
Right.
But I like the books a lot, and if this one's close to the books, then I'll be okay with that. With Mignola working on it, I think it could be quite good.
Do you think they're gonna give him the hoof legs?
It wouldn't. I mean, with the effects that we're capable of now, it wouldn't surprise me if they.
Definitely
If
possible.
yeah.
Do you think they'll do it though?
Um, I think they might. I think his
Would
look
you
is gonna.
like them to do it?
Sure, it'd be a nice change. If they could do it and it looks good, do it.
Uh,
If it doesn't, if it looks weird still, then you don't need to. You
they
know.
did McAvoy had hoof legs in that Narnia movie, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, that was also Disney and
Right.
movie money.
Right. But it was a long time ago too.
Right. That's true. That's true. Also, I mean, it depends on the budget of this. Again, like if they can pull it off and it looks cool. Like if there were, I don't know. There's a thing about this where you know how Mignola's style. It's a lot of in the shadows.
Right.
Right. I'd love for them to try and capture some of that vibe.
Sin City almost.
Not really, but like high contrast. But yeah, Sin City, but not black and white. More
Right.
just high contrast. Like the shadows are deeper shadows. When it's a shadow, it's black.
Gotcha.
Because I think that would like really add to it. It would make this very. It would separate this from the previous Hellboy films. Just in look department on its own. And from there, you can tell a different kind of story, even just based on visuals alone. So, I think, and with that, like you can even, because you're saying, well, we have the hoof feet. He could, and the thing is, you can see aspects of it, like via silhouettes, via like aspects coming out of the shadows every now and then.
Right.
So I think they can pull
it action. If he's running around, they're gonna have to really put in some.
Absolutely, but again, like with the Hellboy, like if they made this feel like the Hellboy books, that would automatically make this a standout in terms of the Hellboy movies. Automatically.
What do you think was lacking in the Guillermo ones from the comics? Because I didn't read the comics.
Okay.
So I don't know
personally, it feels like in the movies how it was very fantastical, right? And it was very out there fantastical. Like when he went into, it was just kind of, it felt modern, if that made sense. Like there's something about the books that feel very noir.
Okay.
And the movies didn't really feel very noir. The fantastic aspects of the books, they feel a little more subdued. They're present,
Gotcha.
they're not super embellished. It's just kind of the norm for him. So it feels more like the norm.
Not as whacked out.
Right.
As they are.
Yeah. They are pretty nuts. Like there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. Like it's the concepts behind the characters and stuff, and the premises in Hellboy are pretty far out. But it's just handled in a way it was different to the movies, and you could tell like the movies were very Del Toro.
Right. Yeah, they definitely had his flavor.
Right, and that's good. Like I like the Del Toro stuff. It's good. It's good stuff. But to me, it's nice. It would be nice to see what a different Hellboy would be like.
Yeah.
And I think it could be quite good. But yeah, like if they can somehow, like I don't know if they've spoken about what it's going to look like and stuff, but if they can make it look like the high contrast thing that I was talking about, that would actually be pretty neat.
I wonder when we're going to get our first look at Battle Angel.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm very curious about that too. I'm not a manga. I haven't really read the manga of Battle Angel, so I have no real idea. I know the manga goes fairly far. I'm more I know more of the OVA and a little bit of the manga, but I know the manga goes pretty far into the story and stuff. Like her look changes and whatnot. So
right.
I don't really know. I don't know, but
are you pretty confident that Rodriguez can get it?
Um, I think he's capable of. I think though, I don't know. It's weird. Like it is weird because he's done. Uh, it depends on where his mindset is.
Right.
Because there's different kinds of Rodriguez. There's Spy Kids Rodriguez. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's the Planet Terror Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
There's the and there's like the El Mariachi Rodriguez.
Okay.
You know?
Did you see Grindhouse in the theater?
Yes, I did. I watched a double feature one.
Nice. Yeah, I did too. I was watching something about that recently, so I was curious if other people had actually sat through that. I don't know if I would have if I didn't have like film head buddies that were like, "Let's go see this shit."
Right. I watched it because we heard that this was going to be a thing, and we're like, we need to see that. And we went to this it's this old school type theater, and it was great because it felt like it wasn't a grindhouse cinema where it's supposed to be all crunchy and stuff. It was actually a really nice cinema, but the way it was presented it felt old school and it was really good. But anyway, like with Rodriguez, I don't know which Rodriguez we're gonna get because as fun as Planet Terror was, it's definitely that grade of film. It's you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a bad thing because I'm walking into it knowing that it's gonna be that B grade exploitation type film. It's there's a quality to it, right? It's not a bad quality. It's a good quality for what it is. But I don't want Alita to be that quality. I don't want Alita to feel like a Machete film.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't want it to feel like a Spy Kids film. I want the vibe. I want the serious Rodriguez like he did El Mariachi. I want that vibe. I want it to feel real. I want it to feel like a real thing.
I mean, there was definitely campy bits in El Mariachi as well.
Absolutely. But the camp that worked within, like, I don't know. That's why it's tricky. Rodriguez is tricky. Because I think he's capable of, but I don't want him to go too far. I don't want him to go too far. In a sense where I want him to push himself, but not in like, let's add this bit. If he can, I don't know if he's read the book or watched the OVAs, but if he can just capture that vibe, he'll be good. Just capture that vibe.
It would seem weird to me if he hadn't at least seen the other films.
Right. It'd be
with his attention to detail and his care for the stuff that he works on. It would seem weird if he had.
Perfect. We need Sin City Rodriguez.
So that level of detail,
that attention, we need that seriousness of Rodriguez when he makes this film.
Do you think that that's what we're gonna get?
I don't know. We might because Cameron loves this property, and he's still in charge of this. He's the executive producer. So if he's overlooking it, and he likes the property enough to be like, this needs to be treated respectfully, we could.
Yeah.
We could actually get something quite good. It might not be, we could get something that's going to be hopefully received better than Ghost in the Shell.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
You watch Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
I think visually, they hit pretty good.
Visually, it was cool, and that's all fine. But even before the movie came out, when we were talking about it, I was like, visually, we're good. I just want the story to be good, and
which is where they failed us.
The story was very good,
right?
Yeah. It's because it was never the issue to me that she was like a white girl.
Right. Yeah, we had no beef there.
So, I just wanted the story to be good, and because they ended up focusing the story on the fact that now she's a white girl. Just made it impossible to look at anything else.
Because it's like wait, so the part that people were bitching about, that's the focus. You guys are
Right.
clowns.
Yeah, why? That just
You
seems like such a
guys.
dumb.
I know it might have been too late at that point, but it's like, come on, you knew. You
I think
knew.
they added that shit after the fact, dude. I
That's why
literally
it's
think
even
they
worse,
added
man. They
the
thought,
like
hey,
she used to be Asian
we're
storyline
making up
after.
for it, right? Like, no, you're just
Right.
pointing out you're pointing it out more now.
Right, now you're just admitting it was a problem.
Yeah. Oh goodness,
That's
don't do
that
that.
if you're trying to make it work, you know, that you saying, you know what, you were right, she should have been Asian is not the way to do it.
No, that means just saying, cool, we yeah, we fucked up. How bad? How
Right.
bad? How bad?
But you know,
In
whatever.
terms of
The
Alita,
Alita
though,
thing, she's not white, so hopefully that's enough to make people not automatically hate it like they did with Ghost in the Shell.
and I think the actress can pull it off.
I don't know if I've seen her acting anywhere else. I don't remember now.
I watched a movie over the weekend. I forgot what it was called. It was a comedy, kind of like it was a dramedy.
And she was in this.
She was in it. She's quite quirky, but
Quite quirky.
it's something that could pull off with Alita because Alita's not normal,
Okay.
and so I think she could capture that character quite. I'm the fights have to look legit.
Right.
I don't know what she's
So-
going to be fighting. I don't know if this is going to be closer to the OVA or if it's going to be their own kind of story, or maybe if it's something to do with one of the mangas. There's a lot,
Right.
so I don't know. But I don't know, man. I'd like to see something soon. Hopefully in San Diego they'll be showing like a picture or something.
Hopefully something. It just seems like it's been a long ass time that they were done with the movie and we're still not seeing anything.
Mm-hmm. So like
They're done shooting it. I don't know how long his post process is supposed to take.
right, and I just want to know like if they have even a poster just to show what she
Mhm.
looks like, then at least I
Yeah.
could be like, okay, cool, that's what she's gonna look like.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, sweet. She's got the arms.
But
She's
you
got
know
the
that
hair.
was a struggle with Ghost as well. We were waiting for what she was going to look like for a long time, and then when people saw, they were like, "Oh, her hair's not right," and Bato is a white dude, and he doesn't have the eyeballs and all this stuff.
I think
So, you
Bato
know.
was one of the best aspects of that film.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
He looked great. He played the character, but he was Bato.
Yeah.
With the leader though, I don't know. Like, show us something. Show us a teaser. Give us something. Give us something.
Man. I would definitely like to see something cool come out of that. With I think the James Cameron aspect of it is the
What's
part where I'm
intriguing.
like, yeah, because I'm like, that dude loves that property.
Yes, he loves it. He loves it so much that was what he was gonna make next until he realized that Avatar and its sequels were gonna take way too much of his time.
Right. And you know, I think if he has that much love for it, he's not gonna just let him shit out something that's garbage.
Exactly. I mean, mind you,
also maybe that's why the post process might be taking longer, is because maybe James Cameron has some oversight over that.
that would be good. Then I can trust that.
Yeah.
Again, it's not right now. Visually, is one aspect of it, but it's about the vibe and the characters.
Do you think they'd ever make a Project Ico movie?
That's too far fetched. I would love it.
Did you think they were going to make a Battle Angel Alita movie?
Not at all. Not at all. But Project Echo seems way more far fetched than that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think it would be bonks. I think it would be great fun. It has to be handled in a way where it's like, this is we're embellishing stuff. Like the action is over the top.
Like an Edgar Wright, somebody or something like that.
Get him to do that. I would watch the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you, I'm like, what anime or manga properties? I know you don't watch a lot, that's why it would be a little bit more difficult. But because you don't watch a lot, you're very limited in what you would want to see as a live action.
For sure.
But what would you want to see as a live action?
I mean, of course, I'd love to see somebody like legitimately do Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that'd be so
Uh, Z more specifically because I was more of a Z fan. But
although at this point, I wouldn't want to see that in live action. Just give me something like Gantz.
if they could, I'm saying if they did it properly, I'm fine with seeing live action.
That's true. That's true.
But if they're going to do it like an Advent Children style, obviously that's my preferred.
Because that way, there's no fussing. Is he Asian? He's CG.
Right, he's CG. He looks like an anime character.
Yep.
But I'd also like to. I'd really like to see a One Punch Man movie. I think that shit would be hilarious. It would be a tough sell because people would like he literally can't be beaten.
But again,
speaking of that, I think that's easier to get away with in a series because they have longer to make you care about all the rest of the characters.
Yeah, absolutely. In a movie, in a one and done film, you're like,
right? Because like, what would the end of the first movie be? He fights that like Saiyan guy.
Or they'd probably go further than that. But then even so, it would.
But how do you end a One Punch Man?
That's the problem. Movie? Yeah. I don't think it'll work well as a movie because it's story-wise, it's just it wouldn't. The climax of the film is not even a climax.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about Damon Wayans Jr. playing? Because we had talked about it being Andy Samberg, but now that we have some insight that it's going to be Damon Wayans Jr.
It'd be hilarious. I'd be okay with it.
Come on, man! He's doing research. They're talking about it.
They're not talking about it.
I promise, dude. I promise. Do you think that there's any way One Punch Man came out and made all that stink and nobody pitched it?
Oh, no. You know for a fact. You know for a fact, dude.
And come on, Damon Wayans Jr. He's got what's going on right now. He's a bit younger looking.
He needs the dumb face.
Probably easier to
get to see a dumb face.
Come on, you don't think he can do dumb face? Get him on New Girl. Him on New Girl, man.
Yeah, he's great. He's good.
People I didn't see Let's Be Cops, but I heard he was funny in that.
I heard the film was garbage, but I heard they were funny.
I heard the film was really bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know fucking Christoph Waltz was in that movie.
That's so random.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
He's also an Alita, dude.
Oh, is he the villain in that?
Nah, he's the guy that trains Alita. He's the doctor. The doctor. That finds her. That finds her. What?
Is that cool?
Hey, it's weird because it's not what I imagined.
What if they did a live action Mega Man movie
with Vin Diesel, like that poster from a couple of years ago? Somebody made.
No, that would make me really sad.
I would have said.
What if they got Dane DeHaan to do it? You love that kid.
I think Mega Man, style wise, it's too specific to almost accept as a live action.
I don't know, man. I think there's a way to do it. If you made the robots look legit, like they're like real steel looking robots with like scissor arms that they shoot at you.
Oh no. Yeah. But then it's mainly Mega Man himself. We're so used to seeing if anything, it would look more like X.
Base it on that figure, more like that figure that's like kind of like X, but way more elaborate.
Like super.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. The really cool one.
Base it on that, but maybe slim the proportions a little bit on the helmet and on the boots.
You'd have to. You can't be like massive boots, massive.
I think you can make them big. You just can't make them as big. But I think they could do a legit Mega Man, dude. You just got to get someone who's got like small enough of a frame to make the Buster gun look big and cool, and just pitch it as like a robot fighting other robots movie. It's another one where I'm like, get Edgar Wright to do it. He's my answer for everything. Where it's
Because
like,
he's a great guy that can do a
it's
lot.
where it's good action, but it's offbeat.
It's also, we know that he can add levity. The humor would be there.
You know, I'm like, I really like your art, Jeff, but I fucking hate this Akuma design. I fucking hate it.
It's so weird. It is so weird.
He has to have part of his beard tucked in his gi in this.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Because there's just too much.
Dude,
of it.
I'm
It
looking
should
at
be
references.
over the top of
And
all
when
of his
he's
arms.
doing
and shit.
absolutely, if I was drawing this properly, it would be. But his design is stupid. He looks like a stupid genie.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
What made them think this was a good idea? Honestly,
I don't know. But you actually drew his chin. Isn't his chin uncovered? You drew the hair on his chin.
I drew a cover because I think when it's just a neck beat, it looks stupid.
But that's what it looks like.
I don't care. This is not official artwork.
He's gotta have the flower head, dude.
Nah, it's flower enough, dude. The fact that it's this at this point rather than this is just the same to me. I want to see somebody cosplay this just because it's stupid.
Has nobody yet?
Probably wouldn't surprise me. And then the fact that he goes from 5 to the white-haired streak into 3.
Right.
Like, he probably realized
this. Like, obviously, my flower hair looked dumb.
It's like it just got in everywhere. I had to basically brush my chin beard.
I kept eating it.
Yeah, it was weird. No good. But look at this. What a stupid design. This is a good idea design. Sure. Capcom's like, yeah, that's cool. That's
Overwatch is about to add a new character. Are you gonna add it in your piece?
Nope.
But it's my favorite character.
Which one is it?
I don't know. They haven't shown him yet. His name is Hammond. I know that much.
Like Dr. Hammond from Jurassic Park?
Oh, maybe it's a lizard.
What should happen? I don't know. Am I going to add it in? No. Nah.
What?
Am I going to add it in the piece?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because that's only 24.
But it's so close. You just did it, and they're about to add it so soon.
I can't fit anyone in there. Have you seen the player? No way.
Put them on top. Just keep putting them on top.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's never gonna work
Just
that
make
way.
it look like a sticker on top of the print.
Oh, that's awful. No, I'm good.
It's genius, man.
Okay. I don't need to. What a stupid design.
What's your favorite?
When you find out that you designed it.
The Akuma head?
Yeah.
Find out that I designed it? That'd be a hell of a thing to find out.
Yeah, you woke up one day and like, oh shit, what is this check from Capcom for? I don't even remember that. What is this?
I'm like, oh shit, greatest design ever.
Yeah,
Randomly
one day you're gonna be like, no, it's a great design.
If I find out I designed it, if that circumstance comes up, then yes, I'll turn coat and say it's the best.
You stupid bastard.
If we're already living in a magical land where I can invent things while I'm asleep, then sure, it's the best now. Because I did it while I was asleep. So
you didn't do it while you were asleep. You basically passed out because you would.
He's got his beads inside his gi as well.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Does he wear it like a bayonet now?
Yeah, he wears it inside. I'm telling you, it's dumb.
I want to see this design in the Tekken game.
No, I don't.
If that's the test, if it looks good there, then I'm like, all right, cool.
I don't think this will look
whatever.
good anywhere.
Well, you drew it. Do you think yours looks bad?
Yeah, it's a dumb design.
Then why did you draw it?
Because I wanted to draw it.
A waste of your ability.
Because I said yesterday I was going to draw it, and this is a perfect opportunity. It is a very dumb. I don't know. There we go. Dude, it got so cold here last night that my hand, because my hand is over here on the side when I'm drawing because the tablet's on the side. I got so cold that it just started feeling like shit, my wrist. And I was like, oh no. No good.
You got a case of the cold bones.
No good. Every time I'd warm it up, it'd feel better. But every time it got really so cold that I was like, not my wrist in itself, like it was inside it, almost like inside I felt like shit was getting poked. I'm like, no, stop that.
That's weird, dude.
My nerves were getting cold.
Cold ass nerves, bro.
Not fun at all.
Get that shit out of here.
I bought a wrist guard last night. Should get here next week.
A
Just
wrist guard.
Just to warm it up. Just to keep it warm while I'm over there. It's a
You
compressor.
just gotta blow on it.
No.
You just gotta blow on it, dude.
No.
Do you still use the glove?
I can't find it.
Where's the glove, man?
I don't know where it is.
Gotta rep that shit. I got Kanoy a 3-pack. It came with a black one, a blue one, and a pink one.
Nice. Fucking fancy. Which one did you wear?
She wears the pink one, but Aspen will steal it and scream at it
Of course.
at night, so sometimes she can't find it.
That's been so dumb.
You miss it.
I don't. I miss making fun of it.
She's the best. Like DJ Khaled.
Look at his dumb design. That's stupid.
What is your favorite Akuma look?
Street Fighter 3.
That's the gray on the sides, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Akuma color scheme?
Good question. I kind of like the Shin Akuma color scheme, where the
That's
darker,
the gray hair.
yeah, which kind of contradicts the look, because the look with the 3, it's the way he's drawn normally. The way
Right.
he's drawn in 3 is there's a more seriousness to his face. But the color scheme, I like Shin Akuma, where it's a darker skin and it's got the paler hair.
What's your favorite Ryu look? Ryu.
Street Fighter 3. Ryu. Street Fighter 3. I like Street Fighter 3 the most because, again, I like that he's got stubble. That's a good look, I think.
Does he have stubble? I don't even remember.
Yeah, dude.
I think Alpha is my favorite Ryu look.
Alpha is a second.
I think Alpha is in general my favorite
Look
Street
for all of
Fighter
them?
stuff.
Don't blame
Yeah.
you.
Or maybe even like the Marvel versus Capcom stuff, because
Oh.
they were still basing it on Alpha, but like they were a bit cleaner.
There you go. There's a cool one.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it, man.
I can draw something else.
Legendary
afterwards.
journeys.
Yeah, I don't know. This design is dumb. What a waste of time.
What are you gonna draw now, man?
mm,
You said you wanted to do a collab. What are you wanting to collab about?
I don't know. Something.
What kind of collabo radios do you want to do, my dude? What sounds like a fun thing that we're both drawing at the same time? You look like the wheels are turning.
They are
You're
turning.
just not saying any of the things out loud.
Because they're turning, they're thinking. All right, well, we got some questions right now.
Let's see.
We got one question. Are you guys thinking about getting Tekken 7? Me, no, because I don't really play games, and I don't have any consoles for Tekken 7. So that's a no from me.
I am thinking about getting Tekken 7 Kimbo skills. My issue right now is that, one, I'm not good at the Tekken style of fighting game. Like, I'm definitely more of a Capcom style fighting game player. I like the Tekken games, but they're just so much of what that game is like popping the person up in the air and then juggling them for the rest of the round. And it's the same reason I'm not as good at Injustice, because it's the same deal. Just pop them up in the air and then punch them while they're helpless in the air for as long as you can, which is not fun to me. Like I like Capcom because it's more back and forth, and I really like the DOA series because like you can counter any move that's coming at you. So those fights tend to look more like choreographed martial arts battles, whereas Tekken I feel like looks like some dude doing a bunch of kicks or moves or whatever while someone else flails in the air while sparks go off.
Can't you do that in Tekken? Can't you like counter the juggles?
You can, but you can counter like before you're into a juggle, and there's ways to get out of them. But if you're playing against anybody who's really skilled and you're not an incredibly skilled player, you're just going to spend all your time in the air bouncing around on top of them doing katas or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of, I like the way the game looks and the fact that it has all these it has like this year it seems like their creative character stuff is going to be nanners. Not you can't make your own character, but whatever character you're using, you can customize and add all kinds of like silly shit and make them your own thing.
I didn't know
cool.
that you could do that.
Yeah, I just saw a video about it on this one recently, and I'd seen it in the past games, and you could do it, but this one it looks like really in depth. I don't know if that's enough. Plus, my friends that are getting it on PlayStation, and my PlayStation is a Blu-ray player and exclusives machine only, and I don't know. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I'll probably Redbox it, and if I think it's amazing and I need it, then I'll get it. But I already bought Injustice, and I knew I wasn't going to play that a lot. So I feel like that was my
That's fine. All right, question to you.
unnecessary purchase.
Regarding Injustice, it's
Yeah.
a fun game. You know, it's a fun game. Does it have a lot of replay value for you? Like, is that a game that you would go back to every now and then just to play again? Hey, are many games do many games have good replay value for you? Actually, as a game?
Well, it's definitely something that I look for in games. Like Overwatch is a game that is fairly simple, and that gives it a lot of replay value because the format is simple, so all the variation comes from who you're playing with and different varying levels of skill, and plus they give you shit to unlock all the time. Unlockables is a big way to keep me coming back to a game. If I don't have to buy it, but I can just unlock it by playing it, it's why Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is my favorite fighting game, I think. Is because you could just unlock all the characters and colors by playing it longer.
See, to
And
me, that makes
Overwatch
more
does
sense because it's the whole game. Like, when you buy the game, you're getting the
Right.
whole game. It's just not available to you
Right.
at the very start, but you
Yeah.
don't have to pay for anything new.
You don't have to buy it. You can
Right.
just get
You
it by
can just
playing
keep
it.
playing it, and it's like, oh, cool, here you go, here's something extra.
Well,
Oh,
Injustice, they included like a loot system, so you can get all kinds of like different varying costume parts for your character and make them look however you want, basically. And so that stuff is really cool, and it keeps me coming back to the game because they have a multiverse mode because they have thousands of these like combinations of parts of costumes you can put together, and they have a bunch of different shaders. So when you're going to the multiverse, which is the thing that they've set up so you can go to a planet and there's like 6 levels, and each of the levels, when you fight a person, they put a random combination of those parts and colors together. So like I'll see a Harley Quinn, but she's like purple and green, and she's got like a mohawk, and her all her stuff is all mixed up and wacky looking.
Right.
So you're like, it's kind of interesting to be able to have that kind of replay value of like what kind of version of Cyborg am I going to see next or whatever. That kind of stuff gets me coming back because I can unlock shit.
And that's fun for you then.
That's fun for me, but it's also like if I liked the gameplay more, I would definitely play it more. Just it's not my style of fighting game. So when Marvel vs. Capcom comes out, if they have unlockables that you can get, that's definitely going to help. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, though.
You feel it'll just be, it'll primarily be the DLC?
I think so, because that's Capcom's MO, dude. Right now is like
fucking bullshit.
Here's some stuff, and then you can buy a bunch of other stuff if you want to go with it.
You end up paying like $200+ for the game, or you can just wait for the Ultimate Edition when that comes out. Right.
And then
in a couple of years,
out one that has all the characters and whatever. Right. So it's like,
like, all right,
it's a bit hit or miss with me.
You don't have Street Fighter. You don't have Street Fighter 5, do you?
I have Street Fighter 5.
Okay. When they release these new characters, do you have to purchase these new characters?
Yes, and I've purchased 0 of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of, I think that's kind of nonsense, personally. And I understand.
Think so too,
I understand, like for them, it's money for them. And it's like, so when you buy a game, you're not even buying a complete game.
That part of it is something that's cool about Overwatch as well, is all that future content like characters and maps. They just give that shit to you for free. It's all the aesthetics, like the costumes and stuff that they're like, you can buy these loot boxes
to me,
get them, but all that stuff is optional.
That makes sense to me because that's an optional thing. A character shouldn't be optional.
Right.
It's like, here's a game, but we're releasing these new characters, so if you want to play them, you have to buy them.
Right. I think if Capcom copied the Overwatch style with a fighting game, would be incredible. I would love to see what that would be.
It'd be nuts. It's like, all right,
I mean, that's kind of what Injustice is like to some degree, except for it's like mixed with, like, a loot box system is similar to Overwatch. You just unlock them by playing. But all the costumes and stuff, it's more like playing an RPG or something, because all the little bits of stuff like add to your stats and so on and so forth.
Ulysses Ramirez said, it's an okay model for me since it's self-sustaining and increases the game's competitive life. You could still do those two things if they did the Overwatch model, though, where the characters, now everyone, like the characters, it's a competitive fighting game, right? Every character is actually available now for everybody. So you can be whatever you want. That would basically still increase. I don't see how that would decrease the actual value of the game. If people wanted the alternate costumes and stuff, that's when it's like, all right, here, we'll make alternate costumes available for you to buy. But the character itself, the base character itself, sure, here you go.
Yeah, I definitely feel very similarly. I mean, what was the other one that tried to do that? The one that's only on Xbox, Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct did a thing where, like, you buy the season and you get
all the 5 characters
or whatever. Yeah, and then like season 2, there's more characters, and you just buy that season and add to it. That's an okay method to me. It's a free to play game, so you're only buying characters.
Right. See, well, that makes sense because the game itself was free.
Right, and I think that's an interesting way. Like if Street Fighter tried to do that model, would also be interesting to me. It's just something they haven't done. I don't think it's necessarily better, but I'd like to see them try it, just to see them trying things.
They might not make as much, but then we see these other guys. Sure, it's a different format of playing. Like Overwatch is not a fighting game,
right?
But they're not exactly the poorest right now.
Right. True.
Sure, Blizzard might make more money in general. But again,
definitely.
but again, they're still making money off that game, like a lot of money
sure.
off that game.
I just kind of wish that that Capcom would go into some of the rest of their catalog. Like,
Dude, you're telling me.
That costs money for sure, but it just seems weird to me
You're
that
telling me. Honestly,
we
look,
just
check
get
it.
so little
Right.
from them.
You've got your game mechanics that you've already got. You've already made game mechanics for Street Fighter. You could use those game mechanics. You could literally release. Oh, we're gonna do a new Saturday Night Slam Masters. Bang. We're gonna
That'd
release.
be sick if they did a wrestling game. I'd love to see.
We're gonna
Capcom
release.
do
That would be the best. We're gonna make a new Final Fight. Why not?
That's what I'm talking about. Like revamp. Like that's what. Like bring some of those properties back. You had great stuff. The beat 'em up genre is completely gone, and Capcom.
Could you imagine a beat 'em up game with the
would love
graphics
to
that we
see.
have for, like, say, Street Fighter 5? But they look like whatever character models, but they're fighting in a world where you could just. It's still a side-scrolling beat 'em up. I would go into gaming again. I'd probably buy a new console just for that game.
Yeah, dude. Just bring that back. They could literally do that for Street Fighter and just make us play as Street Fighter characters in the game. I don't even know why they don't.
I would play the crap out of that game. I would be like, yep, thank you for finally doing something that was something that I was into as a kid.
And it would make the title make sense because you'd literally be fighting through the streets.
Yep. You could even just have a hyphen like Street Fighter Final Fight.
Yeah, man, I'm down for that. Can we pitch that to somebody? Do we know anyone? Can we just make that like the random views game, and then we can?
I'd play random views like that. If random was going to be a fighting game, if it was going to be a game, it would be a side scroller. It would be a beat 'em up.
Side scroller beat 'em up, dude.
Beat 'em up. Fact. That's a fact.
Should do that.
I the shit out of it. And then there would be a stage where it's like Micro Machines. You remember Micro Machines?
Yeah.
But you're in a car and you're racing and stuff. That would be like
sure. Micro Machines was legit.
I love that game.
They were like Hot Wheels, but even tinier.
Exactly. And then another stage would be like Bomberman, because Bomberman's also a dope game.
Mate, Bomberman's not a Capcom game, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
But you put Mega Man in that. Put Mega Man in that shit. Well, not in the random use game, but if they did a Capcom one,
if they did like a Mega Man game that's like Bomberman, I'd play that game.
That'd be interesting. You know, I loved Mega Man Soccer. That game was my shit.
Mega Man had a soccer game? No.
Yeah, on like Super Nintendo, like way back.
What were the teams? Like who would be in Rockman's side? It's just what, him and Roll? And maybe
no, I think you could pick whoever. It was like they were all there, and I think it was like 2-on-2 soccer or 3-on-3 soccer or something like that. But that game was legit, and it was like Shaolin soccer. Like they all had like special moves. Like you could do the scissor kick, and it would like cut through the goal or some shit like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, that game was legit.
But yeah, we need a new Final Fight.
Yeah,
and we need a new Slam Masters.
It's like Capcom doing a legit wrestling game would be amazing.
Think about it.
Also, I don't know if we talked about it or not, but did we talk about the new Sonic game coming out?
We haven't. I was just going to bring that up, actually.
Because that shit is so genius and so simple, and I just don't know how it never happened before.
Let's make a new Sonic game that looks and feels like the old ones.
Right, and that you can make your own Sonic character to be the star of it. Yep. You can custom make your own random Sonic animal. That's what the internet has been
doing. I know, that's what I was saying. Internet's been doing this for years.
Anybody who's watching this right now, just Google your name plus Sonic the Hedgehog character.
It exists.
And you can almost find anybody's name. Like there's a Royce one. We found.
Did we do that? Wait, didn't we type it in and draw it, or did we just not draw it?
I drew mine. I'm pretty sure I drew mine.
I don't know if I drew
I don't know
mine.
if you drew yours or not. There's a lot of Jeff ones.
I know there are. My name is Jeff.
Oh man, it's so funny. I want to look up my Sonic character real quick.
But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like they basically with this new game, they're like, listen, internet, we know you want this. This is, you've been essentially asking for this.
Yeah,
Here is a Sonic game that plays like the old school Sonics. Make your own guy.
it's true,
You
man.
could be the hero of a Sonic game,
Here.
or you can play Sonic still.
Can you see my screen?
I do.
The one with the hoodie on and the hat coming out of it. That's Voice the Hedgehog. See, Nikki and Royce.
It's as if you designed it.
Right. I think that's the one I redrew.
You're right. Philip Johnson on the chat says, "Holy shit, I did it and it works." I mean, it might be
Look at
tricky
Jeff.
out with all you.
Look at
Which one?
Look at Jeff the Hedgehog. Look at his hair. It's so good.
There's another one up there.
Yeah. Jeff the Hedgehog there is pretty good too.
Ah,
That one's also great.
type my full name though. Type Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
I think this is the one we found when we did it the first time.
Yeah, because I didn't draw it though.
Because it's so weird.
I think that's supposed to be hair.
Look, he's got mechanical arms and stuff. You'd have fun with that one.
Sure.
He's got Spider-Man colors.
Did we do a jam like this?
We definitely should if we haven't. Draw whatever your like name plus the hedgehog is.
But so we'd have to basically do fan art of somebody that's something that's been created already.
So what? So what? That's hilarious. That's awesome.
It is. I'm sure there's names.
Especially if it's like people who have DAs and stuff, because then you can link to their DA page.
All right.
Like this dude has a DA page. You can
Perfect.
pick this guy's one.
Perfect. I know that blue one. The blue one was my favorite because it made no sense.
That guy,
one. I don't know what's going on.
That guy also has a DA page.
Nice. We should definitely
Wolf
set up.
Youth Otaku.
Perfect.
That's a lot of fucking names.
But it's Jeffrey the Hedgehog, yo.
Yeah, it is.
He looks cool. I think it could be drawn awesomely.
Well, man,
I'll have to
I
make
think
up
it's time
what's
to make
going
that
on.
jam.
I think the Dragon Ball Jam has to happen first. I'm gonna go set it up. We gotta look for Dragon Ball.
The Sonic one might be an easy lead-in though, because it's less work. You could start with Sonic, make it only like a week.
But how about if people don't exactly have, like, if their names don't pop up, then what are they supposed to do?
Well, I'm saying look up your last name, look up your middle name, find whatever. There's enough examples where it's going to be pretty tough to not find it.
I think it's possible to not find one though.
Dude, I found one for Kanoi.
Okay,
She's
that's
a person who never has a license plate when it's time to find the license plate.
all right. Yeah, there was Kanoi the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give it that.
It's fairly easy system to use.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna draw right now.
What's that?
I'm gonna draw
You gonna draw it right
Jeffrey.
now?
I'm gonna draw Jeffrey the
Good.
Hedgehog.
Good.
I gotta type it in first. There we go. Jeffrey the Hedgehog. I type it in Google. There's a bunch, and the blue one's first, and I still don't get the hair. I don't know what's going on with the hair. But I think it's the hair covering his face. That's how I interpret it.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't see shoes though, so I guess I'll just do no shoes.
No, you gotta do it. It's gotta be full body.
But there's no shoes on the picture.
Draw the shoes from the other Jeffrey.
Which other Jeffrey?
The one with the robot legs.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I got robot legs.
Yeah.
Oh, what? And they're both on perfect. They're both on DeviantArt. Sweet.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Sweet. Done. This is what I'm doing right now. Doing this right now. Screw the jam on Scratch Jams. This is what I'm doing right now for the Chip and Chap Jam.
Well, you know, we still make it. We can still make it a jam. You just already have yours done. Have yours as the example.
Oh, perfect. That's good. That's smart. See, you're thinking ahead. Thinking ahead. But yeah,
I want to find it because I'm pretty sure I drew mine and Kanoi's one.
I know you did. I think you did. I didn't draw mine.
Remember. You didn't draw yours? You're sure you did? You for surezies didn't?
I didn't. Did you see the ad for the actual Sonic games though?
Yeah, that's what I knew, that you make your own character or whatever. It looks fun.
Awesome. The ad was sick. The animation on it was great.
It was cool. It was cool.
Wow, this guy's like...
Voice and Kanoi Hedgehog.
Check it out, man. It's looking dope. I'm going to scan this in and color it. You know what? I'll just take a photo of it and then color it. I'm not even bothering scanning it. Because sometimes that looks cool when people do that thing where they just take a photograph and then they add color to the photograph.
Sure.
Yeah. What a random. The fact that I'm doing a hybrid. How does that face even work?
He said, Philip Johnson said, I miss the days of having to do obscure things to unlock characters, like hovering over the start button for 2 minutes and then pressing select to unlock some weird character.
Yeah!
I definitely remember those days.
Well, the days where you have to
having cheat codes in games.
We have to go like over certain characters and do like a certain code. Not anymore.
Ulysses Ramirez says, draw Akuma the Hedgehog. I'm pretty sure if you look up Akuma the Hedgehog, there's probably already plenty of examples.
Yep, I reckon he exists. I think you should take part in our jam and you should draw Akuma the Hedgehog.
Nope, you should draw the hedgehog with your name.
Ulysses the Hedgehog?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, man. Look it up. Also, I looked up Akuma the Hedgehog, and there definitely is several of them already.
See? Damn it, it exists. This game, while late, I'm glad. I'm glad it exists.
We should get Rob to come back and draw his because he loves his one.
Does he like his one? What's his one look like?
I don't remember anymore, but I remember that he laughed for a very long time after showing it to me.
And we find out later on that he's the one that designed his.
All right. For serious.
All right, I guess I have robot legs then. Cool.
That's what's up, dude.
I'm doing a hybrid of the two. I guess that works. There you go.
Also, I looked up Ulysses the Hedgehog already. He definitely exists as well. He's got hair and a blue face. He's got stripy gloves. He wears pants. You know, there's also Ulysses the Hedgehog that looks like Shadow the Hedgehog, but he's got blue highlights instead of red. He's also got pants and a red tail.
This thing, it's a jam that it writes
you're
itself.
Good to go, man.
It's a jam.
Oh, dude, there's the hedgehog.
There's a what? What?
There's the Edwin the Hedgehog.
Edwin the Hedgehog?
Look at it.
Why is he wearing that?
I don't know. You can see his nips too.
Wait, does Hedgehog have nips?
Oh, this one does.
Why not?
That shit is clowning, dude.
It's a fun job.
Oh, there it is. See, I already drew Royce the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
I never finished shading yet, but I definitely drew them already.
Your mic's going all funny, dude. Do that thing again. We can tweak the mic. Switch the mic.
Microphone.
Change it back.
And microphone.
There you go. Much better.
Okay, so see, I already drew Royce the Hedgehog. I didn't shade it, but I drew him already.
Ulysses is gonna make Ulysses the Hedgehog in the new Sonic one. Dreamcast, PlayStation 1 era games were really good. The cool stuff. Dreamcast games are great.
Dreamcast games were great. Dreamcast was probably my favorite time in gaming. Although I had a lot of great times with the Sega Saturn as well. Like my favorite game in general is on Sega Saturn.
What game was that?
Guardian Heroes was my favorite game.
Is that your favorite game ever?
I think so.
Do you have a favorite game?
I mean,
and is it Guardian
that-
Heroes?
definitely. I mean, it's definitely got to be in the running if it's not that.
Mm.
I liked the Witcher games quite a bit.
You did. I remember you used to play that heaps.
Yeah, that game is my jam. But you know, it's hard. It's hard to have a. It's hard to have a favorite.
My favorite game is Alien vs Predator by Capcom.
That game is great. That game is great. But I think that's the same way that I feel about Guardian Heroes. It was also a side-scrolling beat 'em up game, but it had like Dragon Ball level moves you could do, like big giant beams and shit. And so that was like excellent to me.
Yeah, it was a beat 'em up game which had fighting elements and it had
Right.
aliens and predators.
Yeah, that makes it pretty up there.
And it's done by Capcom.
Yeah.
What the heck, man? It did exactly what it needed to. I would spend so much dollars just playing that game.
Yeah.
I'd get my fish and chips, go to the fish and chip joint, buy some fish and chips, or sometimes just some potato cakes, and then go play some bloody AVP,
Some
man.
motherfucking potato cakes.
I'd love some potato cakes right now, actually.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd love potato
Does
cakes.
potato cake seem like the move?
You don't know I don't know what you're imagining when I say potato cakes, so.
I wasn't really imagining anything, but you feel free to describe it.
It's delicious. It's all I need. It's a single word.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey the Hedgehog. It's happening. It's happening. You see it?
You're doing it, man.
Can you see Jeffrey the Hedgehog?
I can see his chest meat and
Yep.
his glove.
Make any sense.
I can't even remember the last time I mean, this might have been the last time I drew a Sonic character.
Last time I do a Sonic character was right now.
The last time before that, though, was probably that one with the square guns.
I love that one so much.
That was such a fun commission.
That was a great commission.
I really enjoyed that series that we did.
Hey man, if you're good, we can start that one again right now.
Right now.
For real. I'm in between work right now. Kind of waiting for shit.
Maybe we could do a really small run, like 5 of them.
Sure. That's what the collab's gonna advertise. Actually, that's good. This is so weird, Royce.
Yep. Yep.
I don't get what his hair is doing. What is that?
Mm.
What is going on here?
Man. Maybe it's a helmet. Maybe that black bit is supposed to be like a visor.
What black bit?
Isn't there like a big black streak through the head?
I think it's supposed to. No, it's like 1, 2, 3. Like it divides the hair up. Or
But
whatever.
maybe that's like a visor. Maybe
Whatever. I'm gonna color it up, and it's gonna be fully rendered. So we'll see. This is gonna be a full cell shaded piece.
Cool. I just think if you make the top part look like a helmet, you're probably fine.
I know. I'm gonna make it look shiny and stuff. It's gonna look cool. Trust me.
Right.
Trust me. It's gonna be good.
Man.
This is dumb. But yeah, if you want to do the collab commissions again, like as fun as those were, I also enjoyed the versus collabs. Remember them?
Yeah, those were fun and easy too because they were like very strict format.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones were fun. This hedgehog just seems like real upset.
What's up?
So the Royce the Hedgehog just seems real upset is the thing.
Because he's annoyed. Dude, Wonder Woman is out this week.
I know, going to see it tomorrow.
Oh, aren't you the cool one?
Didn't it come out already for you?
It's out today.
None of the homies wanted to peep it yet?
I might watch it later this evening. We'll see.
Well,
But if not, then I'll probably watch it Sunday. If not, I can also watch it Sunday. I got another mate who wants to watch it on Sunday. So if not
what
today,
if you go tomorrow? We could see it at the same time.
No, it's Friday tomorrow.
That's Prime Movie seeing times.
Really?
Well, I mean, that's when they usually come out, so it seems like it
Oh,
is.
for us, it's Thursday. I'm mixing two together, two different designs. There's two Jeffrey the Hedgehog designs. Jeffrey the Hedgehog. Not that cool, man.
Royce the Hedgehog, man.
I don't know. I think looking back at it, a lot of the games that I used to enjoy when I was growing up have been beat 'em ups, the side scroller beat 'em ups.
That was my favorite genre, dude.
Yeah.
Like Double Dragon and shit like that.
It's just fun because it's not just it's a fighting game plus more.
Right.
Can you think of any beat 'em ups right now? That as it's a new beat 'em up game, that is.
A new one.
Yeah.
Not a new one.
Exactly. What the fuck's going on?
They don't really make them anymore. That's what I was saying. I want
Why
that
not?
genre to come back. I don't know.
Did they not make money? Is that the reason? Are they too hard to make?
I just think that once they started moving into 3D, they were harder for people to do the same. And there was more and more pressure to like make the cool new 3D game.
Let's make them 2D.
Yeah, they definitely can. Now that there's like a few people have been trying. Like they had the like River City Rampage guys that tried to
Yeah,
bring
that
their
was
shit
neat.
back. But you know, it's just not as
I know they made that
popular
new
of a
Double
genre.
Dragon game, but that didn't look very.
Nah, because that was cheap.
There you go. Check it out, Royce. Jeffrey the Hedgehog.
Oh snap!
I'm gonna
He's
take
got robot legs.
and a robot hand. I'm gonna take a photo of this, and then I'm gonna color it up.
Tight, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do it now.
No, I can't do it now, but I'm gonna do it after the
Oh,
stream.
why not?
I
Do
can't.
it now.
It's done. I'm done with this.
Just do it, Mark. Take a picture and then do it markers.
That means I gotta mark this. Okay, fair enough. Wait, so I'm gonna do this markers instead?
Yeah, no, both.
No,
You
that's
can
too
see,
much.
You
Dude,
can see how different it is because you can do totally different lighting.
that's way too much effort for this.
But it's an experiment, man. It's for science.
I can experiment on something that I would actually want to experiment on.
It's Jeffrey the fucking Hedgehog, dude.
I didn't design this.
But you basically did.
Because I hybrid.
Because the first one is an MS Paint scribble over a Sonic art, and the second one is just some robot legs.
And I did a hybrid of both. So this is a
Yeah. You gave him a helmet face. That's
I gave
more
him
than the other
some.
guy did.
That's a something. That's what it is.
Helmet face.
It's too much to color.
Is it? It really doesn't seem like it is, man. Just treat it like your old shit that you color in like fucking 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be properly flatted and all that shit.
Well, no. If I do it traditional, then I have to.
What?
If I do it traditional, then I'll color it proper.
No, I'm talking about the digital part.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna stream the digital color.
Why not, man?
This is gonna take too long.
It's the future. No, just limit yourself. Color it in like a half hour. Whatever you can do in a half hour.
I'm not gonna be
bitch.
streaming it though. I can't stream it
Why not?
because it really slows down the program, the actual minicam.
What is this thing? Well, marker it then.
Actually, give me a second here. If I can find my watercolors, it's quicker.
Watercolor that bitch.
Actually, I'm gonna take a photo of this first because it's black and white.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to if I botch it up, then I botch it up. This is the dumb. Sweet. This is dumb. This is dumb.
Tech Romancer.
What's that? That sounds familiar. Are those
I have to
robots?
see it.
It's a side-scrolling robot, right? Where you're like in like a robot, cool robot suit. I'm just gonna keep saying robot.
Robot.
Oh, where are my watercolors, yo? Where did I put my watercolors? If I can't find my watercolors, then I can't do this. I don't want to marker this up. That's way too much effort.
No, it's not. It's Jeffrey, the motherfucking Hedgehog.
I'm freaking telling you, dude. I don't care.
Well, if you don't care, how did you even get to the point you got to?
Because we did. Because it was streaming. Because this is Chip and Chaps. Oh, wait, it's on here. It's here somewhere. Give me a sec. So I'm right here. And sounds amazing. Techromancer is a fighting game. Is it a fighting game or is it a side-scroll beat 'em up? It sounds so familiar. Techromancer. Romancing the tech. I can't find it. Seriously, dude. Where did I put it?
What?
My watercolors.
Look in your bag with the 100 pockets.
Oh, here it is. Found it.
Was that right?
No, it wasn't even there. It was on the table. There we go. Now I gotta find where my brush pen is. My water brush pen. Now this is gonna be annoying to look for. This is so random. Why is this dude? Why are you doing this? I found one of them, but this one's got.
Because maybe Jeffrey the Hedgehog, one of your business cards.
No.
It's so tight.
I'm good with that.
So tight, man.
I finished 10 of those already, by the way.
Nice. I saw the jury.
I finished 10 of 50. Why am I doing 50?
I promise I don't know.
I don't know either.
Those shits are going to go so fast for you to only do 2 of each design.
Sorry?
I said those things are going to go so fast for you to only do 2 of each design.
I know. But that's going to be my Patreon for June.
Still.
That's
They're going to go so fast.
What do you mean go so fast?
If you only have 2 of each design, that's 2 people walking by. Or
No.
2 cards.
That would only mean I'd have 100 cards. I'm gonna have more than 100 cards.
How many cards are you gonna do?
Probably 500 or 1,000 because it's cheaper to get it in lots. But there's only going to be 50 specific designs.
Even on 200 cards, 50 is gonna spread those motherfuckers pretty thin.
All right, what color is? What color is this? Oh, I can't find the black. I got an email. I got it. There we go. Actually, why do we need that? All right, I'm gonna watercolor this because I don't know what we're doing.
Drawing our hedgehogs, even though I've already drawn mine and I'm redrawing it anyway.
Why are you redrawing it? Because it's now.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. You're cool. All right, let's get this. Let's get this. Watercolors to my side. There we go. Cheap watercolors, like I'm still using them, Royce. Those cheap ones.
That's good, man.
Crayola
It was
ones.
a good purchase.
People are like, oh, what watercolors do you use? I'm like, the cheapest one possible.
The fucking like $4 Crayola ones from Target.
It's like, but aren't there better ones? I'm like, I'm sure there are. They exist.
But you know, if these work fine and they cost me $4, why should I switch?
I shouldn't need to spend so much on something that I'm just gonna do for fun. I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Watercolors.
No, I'm looking for. Gotta put a sheet underneath there so this water doesn't go through.
Is anybody out there that is watching this also drawing their own hedgehog? Because that would be a time saver if you're going to participate in this jam coming up.
Yeah, you've essentially saved time by doing so right now.
Yeah, you get a head start on anybody that participates.
This is probably the closest episode to class act that we've ever had.
Just stream of consciousness, random.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Like the latter episodes of Chip and Chap where Rob wasn't in it still. We're gonna try and get him into an episode, by the way. It's just timing.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you tell him we're gonna do you tell him right now that we're spending this time right now drawing our dumb Sonic characters, he might jump in right now.
You might. You might. Next episode for sure. I want to try and ask you. It's just timing is always bizarre. He's working, and I don't know when he's working.
I don't know. I've been seeing that he's playing Overwatch and shit. So
He also did a combo breaker during the weekend, which is a fighting game.
yeah, I
tournament.
saw that too. Yep.
Dude, watercolors.
Combo breaker. What was that?
Watercolors is fun. Look at that. He's already bloody flattered and shaded. Bam! That was too easy. Too easy, Rice. Too easy.
Is his outfit silver? I don't even remember.
He's all silver.
Is he?
Yeah. And the robot legs are robots, so that's silver too.
And he has red gloves or something?
Yeah, this part's red, so I'm gonna do that red. And this part's yellow, so I'm gonna do that yellow.
And his head is blue.
And his head is blue. So
Legendary.
indeed.
I just feel like he's lacking that visor piece though, man.
You'll get the visor piece. This is such a random.
You could unlock Jin Saotome from Marvel vs. Capcom 1 in what?
What game?
Oh, in the Techromancer thing, I'm assuming.
Oh, Techromancer! I know that game now. Oh, that's for a second. But I remember it now.
Jin was one of my main character on the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
I'm curious if he's gonna rock up in the upcoming.
Infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about that game at all, to be honest with you. Except for I've seen the little story mode trailer, but
I don't even know who's in it, man.
yeah, I don't know who else is supposed to be in it yet.
Like, who have they revealed so far?
Hawkeye, Cap, Ultron, obviously,
And Sigma.
Thor, Rocket Raccoon, Mega Man.
Nice. Who do you think's returning from the previous one?
Well, I mean, they've pretty much only showed returning people other than Captain Marvel is new.
No, I mean, who
think
else from the
everybody else
returning
was
one do you think they're gonna show?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Hella. There was Hella returning people in the last one from.
For a second, I
2.
thought you meant Hella, the character Hella. I was like, what? Real? Cool.
They could. I mean,
Did the
everybody
movie
keeps
come
saying
in?
they think that they're basing it on the MCU lineup, but it really seems more like to me that they're basing it on like current comics run. But so I think it'd be cool if they haven't shown Spider-Man yet.
I wonder which version of Spider-Man it would be too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with it being like Miles or something, because they could just make an alternate costume of the regular Peter.
True. It's all about his skin at that point, right?
Right. But it'd be cool if like the base version of the character was Miles. That'd be pretty neat.
Now, what if they base it on? Oh, by the way, is there any word on that new Spider-Man game yet?
No, but a lot of people think we're gonna hear something at E3 this year.
When is E3?
Pretty soon. I think it's sometime in June.
It's this month. Ah, it's June, right? It's like this month. Actually, wait a second. It is June right now.
Yeah. Well, not
Australia,
here yet, but
it's supposed
tomorrow.
to June.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you see all that shit I tagged you on Facebook, dog?
Yeah.
Did you see the dude flashlight as a wallet?
What?
Yeah. I guess you didn't peep that one.
You what?
He used a flashlight as a wallet.
No, I didn't see that. I'm looking at what you tagged me in, and that one didn't pop up. Mention your comment. All I remember seeing was the grilled pulled pork and mac and cheese sandwich, which I want
Yeah, that shit looks
so desperately.
Yep.
And the
shit, I forgot this dude has a hat on too. How does he fit a tiny hat in there as well?
sometimes you need a tiny cat, dude. Yeah, I didn't see you tag me in anything. The fleshlight wallet.
Well, I definitely did.
It didn't pop up on my feed. Was it
There's
cool?
a romper one. I gotta show you this romper shit because it made me laugh. Have you been hearing about any of that?
What?
The dude romper stuff.
What's that?
Rompers for dudes.
What's a romper?
It's like a coveralls, but with short sleeves and shorts.
What's the point of that?
Well, girls wear it to be cute, I guess, but
that's fine.
So now guys are wearing it to be cute, I guess.
That doesn't work that way. Just because it's cute on a girl doesn't mean it's going to be cute on a guy.
Well, that's the argument. Some people say it is, some people say it's not. Apparently, it was a big deal over the weekend.
I don't know, man. There's bigger issues, man.
So there's people trying to start a Kickstarter for these romp hymns, is what they call them.
Instead of romp her?
Yeah, romper.
I'd rather romp her than romp him.
Well, maybe we're not the target audience.
Clearly.
But I got a picture that I saw last night that was about the bro romper thing. And it made me laugh so bad that I was like definitely afraid I was going to wake Kanoi up because I was like vibrating violently, trying not to laugh at it. It was so funny.
So in your act of being less obvious of your laughter, there was a greater chance that you would have woken her.
I think so, just because it was so hard to hold it in. It was like painful.
Are they like? Why is it a thing?
I don't know. Because it's 2017 and nothing makes sense anymore.
That's true.
Boom. Fucking Voice the Hedgehog Part 2. He's a little less lanky this time.
Jeffrey the Hedgehog, just because.
Let me pull up this picture. This shit is so funny to me.
Oh, Jeffrey the Hedgehog, why are you listening?
You see that, dude?
That's great.
I was fucking losing because it's the desperation of like, oh shit, oh my god, I can't get this thing off.
Not even just a romper, dude. When you got a onesie, I think it's worse. Like a full onesie.
Oh, fuck.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's great.
Oh man. So I was like trying not to laugh at that shit, and every time I re-looked at it, I would start dying. I'm like holding my face, like vibrating. Oh man.
I'm glad you didn't tag me in that.
I think I might have.
I didn't see them pop up.
Kanoy said I posted 27 things to Facebook today.
Wow, dude.
Hey, my Facebook was lit this afternoon. What can I say?
His face is perfect.
The desperation is
It's
what
real. I can feel it.
It's so real, dude. 'Cause, I think it instantly makes me think of when I was a little kid, desperately trying to get out of my Halloween costume to the point where I shit myself.
Right.
It makes me automatically identify with that struggle.
Because you know the feeling.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It's something
it's a
that
long
happened.
time ago, but
Yeah, but it happened.
I can still identify.
Absolutely. Yeah, I put that. Okay.
Joe Martin. All right, Joe. We'll
Cheers,
talk to
Joe.
you later, man.
He's probably not going to miss out on much when he returns, though, when he watches it later.
Yeah.
We're going to be ending soon as well, by the way.
I don't know. See, you at least used to say most of the iconic Marvel characters are coming back, except for X-Men or Fantastic Four characters. First off, they've really not ever done any of the Fantastic Four characters, but
They're going to scroll.
not convinced that there's not going to be any X-Men. I'm just not at all convinced.
How could you not have
such
Dead?
huge characters in the Marvel universe? Yeah, I just very. If you don't see X-23 still, if you don't see Deadpool, I just would be very surprised. I mean, I know they haven't shown them yet, but I remember when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was coming out, it was hella long before they even showed Spider-Man was going to be in it. And everyone was like, they're not going to put Spider-Man in it because he's at Sony and Marvel doesn't have the full rights to the movie, so they're not going to do it, yada, yada. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Some of these characters are their biggest characters at Marvel.
Spider-Man is the largest, is the biggest Marvel character. There's no way you can't not have him in there.
He's the Batman, the Marvel.
And with the movie coming out, hopefully it's a good one too. You know they're going to try and ride on that possible success if it's going to be successful.
Yep. I think it would be weird if they didn't try and capitalize on that.
Like have a movie skin.
Yep, they just added a unlockable movie skin for Wonder Woman and Injustice, so I don't know why they couldn't.
That's true. I hope that movie is good, man. I mean, so far the word has been.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things. That's enough for me for now.
Everyone's going, oh, it's better than the Marvel films, and I'm like, cool.
I haven't heard that.
I've heard that. It's like this is better. Oh, well, they go. It's obviously they're basing it on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, but the movie's not even out yet, dude.
Yeah, no.
I highly doubt those like super high ratings are gonna stay there.
It'd be nice if it did. I mean, if it is like if
It'd be
it's
nice
legitimate.
if they did, but I don't think that that's gonna be the case. That nobody will find anything wrong with it. If they do, I feel like that's a bit like, yay! It's the first girl superhero movie. It's perfect.
Right. I think that's yeah. If anything, it'd be because of that, right?
Right, and to some degree, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not tripping.
The thing is, I don't care. That just means it's good. That means I'm going to walk out going, all right, Justice League, prove me wrong again.
Yep. Keep being awesome.
Yeah, keep being great, because that means now I can enjoy everything and not have to feel shit about it.
Right.
I know Guardians 2 officially made more than the first Guardians.
Yeah, I saw that headline as well.
It's like, good job. I loved it.
Well, I think the first time nobody knew what it was, so
yeah. So it's almost inevitable
it was
that
bound
it
to make more.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because of how loved the first one was.
True, yeah. And then we got Thor at the end of the year.
Are you Excite Bike yet?
Dude, yes.
Is that your most anticipated?
I would say it's up there. It's heavily up there. I'm very excited, actually. I
I'm
could say.
I'm pretty excited for Thor.
I mean,
think I'm
obviously, I
mostly
could tell you're more
for-
excited for Spidey, but that's for obvious reasons.
Right, for sure.
You're a webhead.
But I have more stakes in Spidey being good.
Right. And I think they do too at this point.
Right.
They need this to be good.
Yeah, it would definitely be unfortunate if it wasn't.
Because I don't know, like, you probably don't see much, but I see people already hating on Spidey. He was not even out
yeah,
yet.
man. They've been hating. They've been like, "Oh, we're played out on Spider-Man. We don't need any more of these movies." Yada yada.
I want this film to change it for them. To be like, oh, okay, this is Spidey.
Right, and I think Civil War did that for some people.
It did. It was like, okay, that's a good start, but we'll see on his solo film.
Right.
That's true, man. I think that's a good one. There you go.
Hopefully, they got Keaton as a villain. That seems like a good move.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He knows what to do.
He does know what to do.
He's an actor. I mean, he was Beetlejuice.
Is that a plus?
Yeah, dude.
For a Spider-Man villain?
Maybe. He's versatile. That's a good thing.
That counts for something.
Absolutely.
I like Keaton. He
I
was
got any.
okay in RoboCop, I suppose.
Yeah, I like that movie too, and people hated it.
Because it wasn't violent enough, bro.
That's true. That's true. There we go, Royce. Jeffrey the Hedgehog.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'll slap some quick digital colors on this too later,
Yeah.
just to make it a little more presentable.
Man, who wins in a fight, Jeffrey the Hedgehog or Square Guns?
Square Guns, because he's got square guns. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna be biased and go with Jeffrey the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
Because he's got robot legs and a robot hand
he does have
and a cool blue visor. But they both can't. See, Square Guns is cool because it's Square Guns.
Right.
I mean, it says gun on it. So
Yeah.
automatically, you know what that is.
It does say gun on it.
It is a gun.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know James Gunn was on writing for Dawn of the Dead, the Dawn of the Dead reboot that Snyder did. He
Yeah,
wrote the script.
he did that. That's why it's good.
I don't know if that's why it's good.
I know, but it's good. You know, it's also good. How far have you got
So what?
till you're done? You gonna finish? You want to finish this off on the stream, or do you want to end it soon? Because we've got. Yeah.
Hold
See,
on,
Philip
we'll go.
Johnson. I agree with you. RoboCop should have been R, just to maintain it. So I reckon if it was R, they wouldn't have had to hold back on anything.
I think it would have been fine as R, but I don't think the rated R was the problem for Robocop.
Oh right, absolutely. R wasn't the issue. To have it as R
Not for
wouldn't
me
have
anyway. Because I feel like some of the violence in the old RoboCop,
was it necessary.
yeah, it wasn't even like it was good. It was just
Well,
like
the propaganda.
it was crazy. So we were like, holy shit! They like vaporized the dude. But I
Got
don't think
melted.
that's necessarily what made me like RoboCop as a kid.
No, not at all. Oh, help me! Love.
Yeah, that was the shit that gave me nightmares.
Dude,
I just wanted to see RoboCop doing cool shit.
yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we saw some of that.
Not enough.
Not enough of that.
I think we didn't see enough of it.
We didn't see enough of it, and I just don't know if it was the kind of action I was looking for
No.
RoboCop. I don't know if I needed to see RoboCop like jumping around and doing shit.
No, I mean it was nice to see him not move like the Tin Man.
True. Oh well, you know that's he's still a robot, man.
Philip's like he didn't even shoot anyone's dick off. Yeah, he didn't have.
Well, yeah, it's hard for me to even enjoy a movie if no one's dick gets shot off anymore.
Has to be shot right off.
Shot clean off through a girl's dress.
Yeah, why not? Because that's the only way to get it.
Did you see the like deleted scenes version of that where they like shoot several guys in the penis over and over again?
Yeah.
That's great. Great stuff.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
Well, I mean,
For reasons.
they do. They're just like straight to Blu-ray kind of.
VOD.
Right, they're grindhouse kind of stuff.
Mm.
Sharknado had more in common with that old RoboCop, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that would have been awful if we got like a Sharknado style RoboCop film, modern version.
Yeah.
So we've been streaming for about 2 hours.
Have
Should
we?
we end it? Yes.
Just went by so quickly.
I know. I mean, technically we can continue. I got to take a leak.
Well, if you got a leak, that sounds like a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Call it a night.
We talked like, wait, did we talk 2 bits of information of news or 1?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, I'll
We
mention the
just
second one now. Yeah, we were just talking. Second bit of news information movie. Not important at all. The Aquaman movie takes place after Justice League, so that means that I guess they're going forward with whatever's story is being told in Justice League. The whole plan for the reboot.
Why would they
Do
not?
you remember how they were talking about how they were gonna there was a chance that they were gonna kind of do a tweaking of the DC movie universe after the Justice League?
I mean, nothing in it takes place after means that they're not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, but it takes place after, not before that. I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah, I think they're probably just clarifying because Wonder Woman is like a prequel thing. They're like, Aquaman is not that.
Right. It would also make sense because that one goes after. So, but obviously, since Wonder Woman, the film is released after BVS, yet it's a prequel to BVS. People are like, oh, what's going on here? I don't know. Whatever.
I'm pretty excited for this, man. I saw
It's
some
been good.
people trying to boycott it. Did you
Boycott
see
what?
any of that?
Aquaman?
Wonder Woman.
Because?
Because apparently Gail Gadot made some potentially offensive remarks or something about Palestine, or I don't know, something. She was in an Israeli military, so I feel like she's
If
probably
anyone's
gonna
gonna say something,
controversial
yeah.
shit eventually.
Yeah. If anyone's got something to say, it's someone who's probably knows what's going.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll make me boycott a Wonder Woman movie. I just don't.
Not a movie.
I just don't think. I think that Wonder Woman as a character is bigger than whatever the fuck Gal Gadot's got going on.
Right. And in general, it's it's a movie.
She didn't invent the thing, so I just don't. I don't think I can treat the movie as though she has more to do with it than just being a face.
Mhm. She just represents the character.
Yeah. Visually.
Right. On screen. That's it. All right. We should probably end it then. We're about 2 hours, 8 minutes or so in stream. Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. I didn't quite get finished with Royce the Hedgehog, but
You did start Royce the Hedgehog later than expected. We got into this hedgehog
Yeah,
thing a little later.
we did.
But
He's pretty close. So he's almost there.
you know what? Finish it off.
That's good enough. He looks.
That's
similar.
done.
Looks like
Yeah.
the album cover.
Yeah. What's the album called?
Nowhere to Run.
Nice. Nice.
All right, guys. So for now, I think that wraps it up. So until the next one, stay chipper chaps.
Stay
And also,
chipper. We'll be
stay
back next time.
creative.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back the same time next week.
Same time next week, but I think we might do a pre-taped because we should probably do a proper reaction to Wonder Woman.
Right.
once
I
we've
don't know
both
if we
seen
can
it.
pre-tape it anymore though, because the recording program is not going to allow us to record through Skype anymore.
But we can record through this. We just don't have to do it live.
I mean, the Hangouts are done. Actually, wait. I think we could do a private Hangout, and I could just
and then you just light
I'll
cam
just-
it or whatever.
yeah. No. I'll just extract. I'll just rip the video from there, and then.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I guess that works.
There you go. Nailed it.
Cool.
So yeah, guys, we'll probably be back with something else for Wonder Woman next time. If not, then we'll talk to you all about Wonder Woman next Wednesday at 7:30 PST, and also whatever that time is.
Yeah, whatever that time is for anybody else. So just look for the PST when you're looking at the world clock, and then find the conversion to your time.
There you go. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I had to figure it out on my end, so
He lives under the whole rock.
yeah, I
So
live
this time
all the
it's
way on the
almost
other side of the world.
Yeah.
So
So you'll figure it out. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. And until next one, stay chipper chaps.
stay chipper.